Hey, good morning everyone. Welcome to McBoss Capital live stream. Today is Thursday, October 2nd, 2025, 8:41 a.m. Mountain Time. We are near 9 a.m. Mountain Time or 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Um, so just a bit over an hour for the market, and Nasdaq is still up this morning, 0.3%. Dow is down 0.1. S&P is near flat, and we have higher volume on Nasdaq and lower volume on NYC. Um, there's some news on Tesla with strong delivery. Let's see how the stock is doing at this moment. It was up this morning, but it has reversed. And that's the same with some of the stocks this morning. A lot of them have reversed. Um, so here we are. Let me check out my markup for a second. So here we go. Um, Yeah, it's been a very nice solid run so far, and it has cleared the 20% zone, so that's really good. So in a very short few weeks, it was able to gain 20%, and yeah, so looks pretty good. Whether it'll come back and break all high, like I don't know, but at least it has climbed back to near that high, and it has climbed over 20% uh, to this area right now. So it looks pretty good. But again, this morning, some stocks are reversing. Look at 5-minute chart. We're gonna see many chart that look like this, where it gaps up this morning, and then it came back down. So so the most important thing is, are these stocks gonna find its footing, or is this setting up for another day of pullback tomorrow, right? So that's the question here. So we'll see how it goes. Whether it can close it more like even in the middle range would be better. Okay, just looking at the news here to see if anything worth noting. Because of the government shutdown, there's no unemployment claim number out, and probably tomorrow no job numbers out, so the market is kind of just leaning on mostly stock news right now. AMD is moving. Take a look at that one. So this morning it kind of came out of this nice consolidation area, so that looks pretty good. Um, it's holding up pretty good as well. Look at how we're trading. It's more in the middle ground, so that looks pretty good as well. Um, Netflix AMD tumble here. Let's see here. Talk about Tesla, Nvidia. Nvidia is looking pretty good after a breakout recently. So here's the chart. Nice chart here. Um, we have a slight pullback, bounce support, and then it start to climb. And slope looks pretty good as well. So yeah, so this is making new highs this morning. So leading the market for sure. So yeah, Tesla has a good number delivery here. Um, so again, no jobless claims number, blah blah blah. Okay, so we go to look at stocks in the move. We're SCI at the top. Credo has a huge bounce today. Could be an entry point. So here's Credo. It pulled back recently right here, and today it found support and was able to move back above the 10-day moving average. So very decisive move, and it looking good because it hasn't give up anything yet this morning. Like this was a slight pullback, but look at how fast it bounced, right? So definitely, um, a lot of investors are looking at this stock and saying, hey, this could be a buying opportunity here. So that looks pretty good. Futu, the Chinese stock. I mean, this stock has been pulling back, but again, very similar chart to Credo. It clearly came out this morning, decisive move. It has pulled back slightly, but not too much, and yeah, trading mostly in the middle ground, and yeah, looking pretty good as well. So yeah, very similar chart to put Credo. Yeah, looks pretty good actually. So that's that one. We talk about AMD, SITM. This one is trying to bounce, but it has pulled back all the way to the bottom. This is exactly what you don't want to see. So we'll see whether it finds footing. If it finds footing and bounce back, that could be an entry point because it's now above the 10-day and it make new recent high here. Um, A-Lab, A-Lab has been correcting and pulling back to found support here, red line 50-day. Um, it's now at the 10-day moving average and the 21-day. They're both there, but the downtrend line is still pretty steep here. So I would wait for another decisive move above that. That's my we have TSM here. Let's take a look at TSM. So making new high, pulling back. So it's looking pretty good. It's just very sharp. Look at Broadcom. This one also trying to come out here. So all the big giants are moving out of their recent pullback. So that's a good sign, right? So this one also found support here. So that looks pretty good. Meta, ONC, PWR, Palantir. Palantir is trying to move out right now. It's slow, but it is working. Um, and it's very tight. That's another thing I like about this action. It's very tight. It's breaking out this morning, um, and it's holding pretty tight. Let's look at intraday chart. So it fall after initial gap up, fall back, bounce back, and so far it's still in the bottom range. But if the day progress and it can trade more in the upper range and close there, that would be a really good sign. Because then tomorrow we'll be setting up for a pretty big, could set up for a bigger run there. MYRG, this one building maintenance. A lot of the building stuff has pulled back recently. This one is trying to bounce back slightly, not too much, but we'll have to watch this. So that's it on stocks on the move. Volume is starting to dwindle down. Um, at the bottom there. Let's look at gold for example, because gold has been the leader lately. Today it took a big tumble. Um, you know, After a nice run here, and again, it's possibly pulling back to the 10-day here. We found support 10-day many times, so we might be coming down again. So today gold stocks are not the strongest for sure. GFI here, look at this reversal. And this one looks kind of bad because it didn't make a new like decisive high here, and you see the RS ratings coming down. Other gold stocks, MUX, this one also took a big tumble. It actually started reversing yesterday, so that one is also tumbling on the RS rating. Let's look at AGI. This one also. So a lot of them are pulling back a lot stronger to the 10-day, right? So that's actually concerning. Let's look at the Titan Barrick. Barrick also giving up. This starting to form a you know, more visual downtrend now. Let's look at silver. Silver also took a big tumble here. So look at Pan American Silver. So this one also came back to 10-day. So again, the stocks are coming back to 10-day already, while the actual bullion for both gold and silver hasn't, which is interesting, right? Meaning the RS rating is weaker on the stock side now. which is something opposite when the run start. When the run start, the stocks were performing relatively stronger than the price of gold and silver, but now it seems like it's starting to show a lot of weakness in my based on this. So yeah, and then we have SVM. This one is starting to come down as well. This one was quite extended too. So those are the stocks there. Another one, CDE, this gold. This one, look at this. Also pull back to 10-day. So just the severity of how fast it came back to 10-day is a little bit scary to me. So and let's look at some mining ores, ERO. So this one, it's not too bad. On the health side, I don't see any. Yesterday was a good day for health, but today I didn't see any health stocks on the list. Let me just look at XPI, the ETF for a second. So yeah, yesterday was a nice run. It's been running nicely, right? And then today is down slightly, so it's not too bad. So yeah, it's still pretty good. So if we look at just a few here, let me see. Let's look at ESPR, like that one. Pulling back slightly here. Eton. This one has been pulling back more so this one doesn't look that good. Hello. Oh yeah, a lot of the big caps were moving big yesterday. Hello. Oh, this one also don't look good. So you can definitely, like I said, this is a very mixed picture in the growth stocks. Like not all stocks are equal. Lily yesterday huge run, pulling back 1%. So that's not too bad. MVO, this is harder to read, but it was a big move yesterday. 6%. Today giving back 1.5. So yeah, the bigger caps are definitely holding stronger. And then we have ABBV here. This one, okay, this one's giving back more, 3%, 3.8%. On the industrial side, still see some defense stocks showing up here. KRMN still going here. KTOS still going. Those are defense stocks. Then we have VRT in the electro power equipment. So this one also pulling back from new high this morning. Let's take a look at CLS. This one hasn't moved at all. It tried to, but it pulled back again. Okay, so those are the ones there. We have ESLT, that's also another defense stock. And this one also pulling back. So yeah, lots of weakness this morning. Yeah, reversals are never a good thing, but yeah. On the tech side, saw some of the bigger caps. Let me look at some. Billy is what do you call Chinese stock here. It's been moving lately. Yeah, making another new high, pulling back slightly. Look at the fiber optic guy here, CN. This one's pulling back as well from new high this morning. So a lot of stock pulling back after hitting new high this one. Dell also pulling back, making new high this morning. So because a lot of them have gap up this morning, pulling back because they're kind of extended from the 10-day, right? So here's another one, light, pulling back also. Yeah, I don't know if we talk about data storage, but let's look at data storage, guys. And you also hitting new high, pulling back. XTX, same pattern. Look at all these stocks making new high, pulling back. Very extended. You can see how far this is extended. Look, this is another one. Very extended from the 10-day. So you kind of expect that people want to take some profit at the highs there. New stock came on this stocks on the move, at least on my screen. MXL, semiconductor, small cap. Uh, Nice consolidation. China come out this morning. Again, I kind of consider this a laggard because where has it been the last month, right? Or even earlier. So, but it is trying to move here. So, so that was one. Um, PSTG, this one also trying to bounce back right now. Rambus, um, not moving much recently. Kind of interesting. That's not a good sign actually. SITM. Well, I think we looked at that one. Did we look at STM? Yes, we did. Okay. So the again, we're seeing some um, good signs for some stocks, but Reddit here continue to tumble. There was some news about their um, content from OpenAI yesterday that is like less annotation or something or citations. Um, so yeah, so overall, um, personally, I find this market not very strong. That's just my own take. Even though the index hitting new high, um, and I'll show you one reason. Like you can easily tell from like RSP equal weight. Let me go to the daily chart. I mean, it's okay. It's not the worst. So it's kind of it hasn't made new high yet. So it's lagging a little bit the equal weight. So um, and then QQEW. Okay, so this one look better, slightly better. Um, but what I want to show is go to this for a second here. I'm gonna pull up the advanced decline line. So the market, you know, hitting new highs, right? S&P here, Nasdaq pretty close. But you look at the advanced decline line, it didn't really move the last 4 days. It was up. I mean 3 days. So that is a little bit concerning. Here, same thing. So, and the reason is because there's more stocks. Um, they're just not moving as many, right? So more stocks are not moving as much as you think, and so that is a concern. Market breadth is definitely weakening, but you still have some of these leaders moving, right? The last few days. So whether this is the last breath, I have no clue, but we'll continue to monitor this. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys like and subscribe. Have a good day.